Good evening and welcome to the New Jersey Jazz Society's January Social. My name is Sydney Halpin and I'm the president of the New Jersey Jazz Society, and I'm so delighted to welcome you here this evening. We're in for such an amazing treat with our guest artist this evening. Before we get started with the program, I have a couple of housekeeping things I'd like to mention. One is the New Jersey Jazz Society is celebrating its 50th year in existence this year, which makes us one of the longest consecutively running jazz societies in America. So that's very exciting. We are also in the middle of our annual appeal campaign. And so for those of you that are members and have been with us in the past, we thank you for being here tonight. And if you've donated to the Jazz Society Appeal, we thank you so very much. For those of you that are joining us this evening and aren't members, you can find out about membership on our website, njjs.org. You can also make a donation very easily on our website. We do process our payments through PayPal, but you do not have to have a PayPal account to donate. On our website, njjs.org, there's a red donate button that makes the process very, very simple. Also, I'd like to bring you up to speed. We had a goal of $20,000 and we're about $1,700 short. So if anything you could do to help us get to our target of $20,000 would be amazing. We are funded primarily through membership dues and through donations, as well as a marvelous grant that we receive for these programs, which I have to read it because I have to get it right. Funding for the NJJS socials has been made possible in part by Morris Arts, through the New Jersey State Council on the Arts, Department of State, a partner agency of the National Endowment for the Arts. And we are so incredibly grateful for this funding. For those of you that are not members and you've joined us this evening, we publish a digital magazine monthly, 11 times a year, and it's called Jersey Jazz. And you can access the February issue on February 1st with the password Blue Moon. That will be the password for February, Blue Moon. So please feel free to check out the magazine. I think you'll agree that the editorial content is quite stellar. And perhaps then if you would like to join after perusing the magazine, you will. Also, I want to mention that next month, February, we will be presenting on the 26th of February. We will also have our February virtual social, and we are featuring the Trilateral Project, which will be giving a tribute to the late, great trumpeter Claudio Roditi. The Trilateral Project is made up of Brazilian drummer Samuel Martinelli, bassist Marcus McClary, and pianist Tomoko Ono. So that should be an absolutely delightful program. But for tonight's program, I'd like to introduce you to our performer, Dara Tucker. She's both a vocalist and a composer, as well as a social activist. Dara comes to us. She's a new transplantee to our part of the world. She's come from Nashville, and I think she'll talk about that a little bit later. Dara has a marvelous album out called Dreams of Waking, Music for a Better World, which I believe she will be performing tracks from this evening, which I think you will find amazing. It's some reinterpretation of tunes we know in a jazz and Americana format, and I think it's just amazing. She, as a composer, she collaborated in 2019 with Keb Mo to write the title track for his Concord Jazz album, Oklahoma, which won a Grammy Award in 2020 for Best Americana Album. She was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to a family of singers and ministers, and has traveled across the United States performing with her family. She lived in Switzerland and Nashville before settling in New York City. She now resides in Newark with her husband, Greg Bryant, the host of Jazz After Hours on our favorite station, WBGO. Music critic Peter Bacon has pointed out that Tucker's singing style mixes jazz and R&B and adds tinges of gospel and country. I'm all in. I can't wait to hear this program. She is known for stretching jazz towards an Americana direction and shows great potential for originality. So without further ado, I give you Dara Tucker.
Hello, and welcome to our studio here in lovely Brooklyn, New York. My name is Dara Tucker. I'm so happy to be joining you today for this New Jersey Jazz Society event. Thank you to Miss Cindy Halpin for inviting us to participate. We are so excited about bringing you some lovely jazz today. I have with me the wonderful Mr. Michael Kanan accompanying me on piano, and we're going to do a mix of original music and some standards, some classic standards, some covers of some songs from the 70s as well. So just sit back and enjoy it. We'll do a James Taylor song for you now that is found on my brand new album called Dreams of Waking, Songs for a Better World. And this is one of my favorite James Taylor tunes. It's called The Secret of Life. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. There ain't nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill. But since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. The secret of love isn't opening up your heart. It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let that stand in your way. 'Cause anyone knows that love is the only road. Since we're only here for a while, might as well show some style. Give us a smile, isn't it a lovely ride? See me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, just a lovely ride. The thing about time is that time isn't really real. It's all your point of view. How does it feel for you? Einstein said we could never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, smile upon your face. Welcome to the human race. Some kind of lovely ride. See me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. Oh, isn't it a lovely ride? See me sliding down, I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard, it's just a lovely ride. It's just a lovely ride. Oh, it's a lovely ride. No tears, no fears. Remember, there's always tomorrow. So what if we have to part? We'll be together again. Your kiss, your smile, our memories I'll treasure forever. Don't let temptation surround you. Don't let the blues make you bad. Someday, some way, we both have a lifetime before us. For parting is not goodbye. We'll be together again. Thank you, Michael. I want to do one now from one of my heroes, Miss Nancy Wilson, and this is from her album with the great Cannonball Adderley. This one's called Never Will I Marry. We're going to do a brand new song of mine for you that I've never done before. It's called Waiting for the Night. Waiting for the night when I can be in your arms, toast by candlelight, serenade among the stars. The world is floating by. All I want is in your eyes, waiting for the time when you are mine, waiting for the night when I can be in your arms, toast my candlelight, serenade among the stars. World is floating by. All I want is in your eyes, waiting for the time when you are mine, waiting for the time when you are mine. World is floating by. All I want is in your eyes, waiting for the time when you are mine, waiting for the time when you are mine, waiting for the time when you are mine. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis and Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City's looking mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, and you'll gallop New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, oh, why don't you get your kicks on Route 66? Oh, if you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best.
get your kicks on Route 66? Why don't you get your kicks on Route 66?
I am my mother's child. I have my mother's smile. Speak gently with no guile, melodious and mild. I am my mother's child. I am my mother's child. I am my father's child. I am my father's style. Speak words affirming life. Let peace and love abide. I am my father's child. I am my father's child. You gave your best to me. Now I see that you always will be part of me. And I will be a part of you, carefully guiding me to reflect nothing less than I see, delighting in the best of you. I am my mother's child, and like a butterfly, I blossom through the fight to see the morning light. I am my mother's child. I am my mother's child. You gave your best to me. Now I see that you always will be part of me. And I will be a part of you, carefully guiding me to reflect nothing less than I see, delighting in the best of you. I am my mother's child, and like a butterfly, I blossom through the fight to see the morning light. I am my mother's child. I am my father's child. I am my mother's child. All right, we'll do another original song of mine. It's called If You Asked Me To. If you asked me to, I would move the earth for you. If you asked me to, I would cross the ocean blue. And if you asked me to, I would light the stars for you. If you asked me to, if you asked me to, I would journey to the moon. If you asked me to, I would bring the snow in June. And if you asked me to, I would write a lovely tune. If you asked me to, minute by minute, you take my breath away. You put my heart together with your love. When I think I've finished counting all the lovely days they could never be enough. Oh, if you asked me to, I would stop and start anew. If you asked me to, I would turn your gray sky blue. And if you asked me to, I would change my point of view. If you asked me to. You put my heart together with your love. Ooh, when I got finished counting all the lovely days, I remember they could never be enough. Oh, if you asked me to, I would stop and start anew. If you asked me to, I would turn your gray skies blue. If you asked me to, I would change my point of view. If you asked me to.
Killing me killing me softly with his song.
Wish I knew why I'm so in love with you. No one else in this world would do. Darling, please save your love for me. Run away. If I were wise, I'd run away. But like a fool, in love I stay, praying you'll save your love for me. I can feel it, even when you're not near, can't conceal it. I really love you, my dear, and though I know no good can come from loving you, I can't do a thing. I'm so in love with you. Darling, help me please. Have mercy on a fool like me. I know I'm lost, but still I plead that you will save your love for me. You may have fun with the crowd, but for crying out loud, darling, please save your love for me. Adrift and gambling in the dark, you knew this bruise would leave a mark. I ventured unprotected, forging my own way into the world that made you what you are. Misguided, delighted, just to stay. Blindsided, confided, my mistake. And Mama, you prayed through it all.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, just craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me.
Well, once again, it's been lovely to be with you all today. I want to thank the New Jersey Jazz Society and Miss Sydney Halston for having us. We've enjoyed ourselves. I want to reintroduce you to my accompanist, the wonderful Mr. Michael Kanan. Thank you so much for your expertise. Thank you. My name is Dara Tucker, and I hope to see you in music really, really soon. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one heart the heart you cling to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it nears you. One soul you're everything to. Fame, if you win it comes and goes in a minute. Where's the real stuff in life to cling to? Love is the answer is the answer. Once you found them, build your world around them, and make someone happy. Make just one someone happy, and you will be happy too. If you win it comes and goes in a minute. But where is that real stuff in life to cling to? Love is the answer. Is the answer. Once you found them, build your world around them, and make someone happy. Make just one someone happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to our Q&A portion of the program. So I think Dara is ready to join us. Yes.
Hello.
There you are. Hello. Oh, I'm heartbroken. The glorious bits that we were able to work with were so wonderful, but we're going to move on for the wonderful snippets we were able to hear and to see you perform. Talk to me a little bit about how you go about selecting music. And then I want you to tell me, once you have selected a song, how you go about crafting it to make it, quote, your own.
Well, a lot of the music that I play these days, or I perform these days, is my own music. It's music that I write. As you might have heard just a couple of little snippets of some of my original music there. And then I do like to pull in some choice covers here and there. But if it's my own music, then that's, obviously it's just coming from me. And it tends to be very personal, very much influenced by my own experiences. And, I'm starting to write more outwardly, I guess, in terms of my hopes for the world and, things that I observe that need to be changed. And then if it's cover songs, it's music that moves me deeply. I tend to be moved by very soulful, heartfelt music, melodic music. And, there are certain songs that I really like that may not fit my voice so well. So I kind of have to also take that into consideration. It's like what lives with my voice well. And so, it's kind of a juggling act. You sort of think, this thing might work, and then you get into it and you actually perform it and it doesn't feel as good as you kind of hoped that it would. And so then you make the adjustments and just keep fiddling with the formula,
Isn't that the truth? Songs that you can adore, and then when you try to take it out on the road, so to speak, it just doesn't necessarily fly.
Yeah.
Who do you think was your greatest influences, sort of your biggest jazz influences vocally? Who do you identify most with as a jazz vocalist, past, present?
Well, when I first started out, the person that I've been told that my voice resembles most often is Nancy Wilson, but I can't say that I necessarily had Nancy as a true, launching point or inspiration. I certainly loved her, but she hadn't been someone that I had ever really studied very deeply. But that's just what I started to hear a lot when I began to sing. But I've always loved Nat King Cole. He's always been, one of my top vocalists. Mel Torme. A lot of my early influences were actually men. So I'd say those were probably the top two. And then I got into Sarah Vaughan when I was in college, and that really sort of shifted my thinking. So for a while, it was the three of them. In terms of jazz, it was the three of them. But now, lots of contemporary vocalists now, like Liz Wright is a favorite of mine. She's just a brilliant vocalist, in my estimation. Jane Monheit was super influential on me early on. So just lots of folks. I could go on and on, but I won't.
Now, ironically that you mentioned Jane, wasn't the pianist that you used for this program, doesn't he work closely with Jane as well?
Yes, Michael Kanan.
Yes.
Yes. That's one of her regular pianists. Anytime I get to work with him, on that day, I sent her a picture and I said, "Look who I found." And she said, "Oh my goodness." She kind of freaked out, and, they absolutely love each other. She's worked with him for, 15, 20 years or something like that. So yeah, they definitely have a long running relationship. Yeah.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about, if you're going to take a popular song, i.e. something by James Taylor or something by Carole King, which I know you've done on your album, how do you go about making it more of a jazz arrangement, or, what is your process when you try to take and break that music down?
Well, that's a good question, because as I said, I primarily, write my own music. I'm kind of more interested in that these days, performing original music. But I've always done covers, and I probably always will. We certainly have a lot of them on this current album, that's called Dreams of Waking. But when we, reached out to try and figure out what songs might fit the concept of that album, it was really a lot of music that I had grown up with, songs that had resonated with me and had a very strong social justice message, or at least a kind of a brotherly love sort of message. And then when we work on interpreting them, I work with, as you mentioned, my husband is his name is Greg Bryant. He's my bass player, and also a radio host on WBGO. And he's also my musical director. So we work pretty closely together in honing those songs to kind of, rework them for a jazz context. So for example, with what's the James Taylor, The Secret of Life, the first song that some people that they may have heard tonight, but it's the first song on the album. I believe it's in 4/4. And so one of the basic things that we will do sometimes is just change the time signature. We made it into a jazz waltz, and it's not a Elvin Jones type of jazz waltz, but it's in 3/4 time, and it just immediately shifts it to a different space. And then with Annie's song, which is another song that I perform, I've never officially recorded it, but that one is in 3/4. And with that one, we took it and put it into 4/4, and we did it as a straight 8 kind of feel. And just, that sometimes can be the basic thing that you'll do to shift the way that your ear is hearing the song, and people who heard the song a million times. It's a really simple technique that you can use for switching things up and pulling them out of the context that people are so familiar with.
I think that's great. I had a conversation with Greg about this, saying, if it's certainly if it's an American songbook song, chances are Ella or Nat has already recorded it, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to find some way to bring it afresh to your audience.
Right.
I think that's great. And how how wonderful to be married to somebody who can help you do that on the fly, right? Who has enough musical talent to be able to, jump right in and be able to do that. That's really
absolutely.
That's wonderful. So you've mentioned a couple times this evening, how you're feeling and that you're looking to do more original music and where that is coming from, more of a social justice position. Talk to us a little bit about that and your activism and your educational endeavors, because I know this is something that's really important to you. And I think this is something that's really important for the audience to hear on how you're getting your music and your message to a different audience. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I've started, it's easy enough to sit back and kind of watch the world go by almost like you would on a television screen, and to think it has nothing to do with you, or that you have no real responsibility or obligation to speak out or get involved. I certainly was not raised in a household where we were encouraged to be outspoken about social issues of social justice. But just kind of watching the evolution that our world has made in the last 4 or 5 years, it kind of prompted me to begin to use my voice in a different way. The album that we put out last year, we call it a social justice album. It's kind of a light social justice album. It's not really a heavy hitting, thing, but it definitely has some songs that are geared towards change and towards hope and brotherhood and things like that. But then I've also started speaking out and doing videos on different platforms, particularly on TikTok, which is kind of this newer platform that a lot of folks are just discovering. And the younger people have been on it for a couple of years, but my year anniversary on that app is coming up in a couple of months. And so I've really kind of dug in on that app and have started doing some educational videos and informational things. Some of it's opinion, some of it's, just things that make people think, hopefully, and cause them to understand a little bit more about the world around them, to become more curious about how they can, shift the conversation and begin to contribute in a way that causes real change in the world. So that's been a whole new, endeavor for me. And it's been a challenge because I love video editing. And so it uses a lot of skills that I feel like that I have. The journalism bone, my lawyering bone, and I'm super opinionated, and video editing and all of that stuff. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to work in the music more, because people know me over there on TikTok more for the educational explainer videos and social justice stuff. But it's been fun. It's been quite an endeavor. I just celebrated my 500,000 followers mark over there this week. So it's been a year of real growth over there.
Congratulations. Tell us what brought you to, you came here from Nashville, I believe. Is that correct? You were living in Nashville before you came to New York?
Yes.
So what possessed you to, pull up ship and move on up, so to speak, move up east? How did that all come about?
Well, it's something that my husband and I both have been wanting to do for a while, just because this tends to be the epicenter for jazz, just the kind of music that I perform. And then also, as I said, he's a performer. There's just a lot more going on here. We felt like we had really hit a ceiling in Nashville. We had done pretty much everything that we could do. We had won the local awards, several times, and had been on pretty much every stage in Nashville. So I feel like we did well there. And it was a success story in my mind and in my heart. And I just felt like it was time to allow that to be what it was and move on to the next thing. As is, the case most often in life, if you're not growing, then you're stagnating. So I didn't want to be in a position where I was, just had no particular direction to go. So we knew eventually all along that we would move to the New York area. So then the opportunity opened up for him to work as a broadcaster on WBGO. So that was kind of the impetus for us to go ahead and make the move.
That's fantastic. So obviously COVID has wreaked havoc on every musician's plans, dreams, hopes, and pray God that we are going to be on the other side of this soon enough. So tell us what, in a perfect world, in a COVID-free world, in a COVID-free world, what what does that look like for you? You've just said you wanted to do more figuring out how to use your new platforms more with music and still keep your social justice arm building. What would a perfect, what would you hope the next 2 years hold for you or so, musically as well as activism wise?
I would hope that we will have as many opportunities to perform as possible. I do have a gig at Minton's coming up on the 8th of April. So we're sporadically kind of getting out there now. We've done a few gigs in the area, but we would just hope that those opportunities would open up just that much more international travel and the opportunity to perform here stateside. And then also opportunities to speak, because that's just kind of a new portal that's opening up for me as well. So opportunities to both sing and then to bring education also around issues of racial justice, cultural awareness, and even music education. I do a lot of that over there as well. So, the doors are wide open, and we're just keeping all of the possibilities open. But yeah, we've got a few things on the horizon, but just I'm really hoping that this COVID thing just does its thing, peters out, gets to a point where it's manageable, so that we can get to a place of really getting out there and performing like we want to.
Right. Get back to some living, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? So say it again. You have a gig in, say it again. Tell us your gig again. April.
A couple of gigs coming up. The 12th of March, the Lyceum Hall Center for the Arts in Burlington, New Jersey. That's March 12th in Burlington, New Jersey. And Minton's on the 8th of April. Minton's in Harlem.
Great.
The 8th of April.
We are so delighted that you shared your talents with us this evening. I want to remind our audience that we will restream the musical portion of this event. And starting tomorrow, you should be able to find it on our homepage, njjs.org, and on our YouTube channel, New Jersey Jazz Society YouTube channel. Dara, we are so thrilled to have met you and to have been able to showcase you. We hope and pray that all of our dear friends of the Jazz Society can get back to performing, and that everyone can be healthy, and that we can get our programming back live. That's our goal. But in the meantime, we wish you all the best. Thank you for sharing your evening with us. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. And we wish you every success in your TikTok platform. With your I'm going to have to figure it out so I can be your 500,001 supporter. So anyway,
come and join me. I'm going to be looking for your name. It's hard to see notifications when you have that much going on, but I will be looking for you, Sydney.
Okay, now you've thrown the gauntlet down. I'm going to have to figure it out. So again, thank you very much for sharing your talent.
Thank you for having me.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.